Hey, it's Sarah. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful week as we move towards the end of 2023. In this video, we'll be discussing the astrology and changing energy patterns for the week of November the 27th to December the 3rd of 2023. I'm going to start with a quick overview of what's happening and then do a mini overview for each sign. The chapters are listed in the info box below if you want to jump to your sign. Oh, and I would suggest that you listen to your sun, moon, and rising to understand the full picture for the week. Okay, let's do this. We begin the week struggling with focus. The planetary events unfolding are, of course, Sun is in Sag. Monday will be a busy day as Mercury squares Neptune, Ceres squares Saturn, and we also have the Gemini full moon. Friday, Mercury enters Capricorn. Saturday, Mercury and Saturn dance, and Sunday, Venus squares Pluto. We also begin the final Mercury retrograde on December the 13th, so this is the time to send off resumes, set appointments, and renew any licenses or certificates to avoid delays later on. As the week kicks off, we're unfocused and we're likely to be resenting or ignoring our responsibilities because we're just tired, we're overwhelmed, and we're ready for a break. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, then plan some downtime in your week now and you'll thank me for it later. And it's really essential. It's not a luxury, especially if you're feeling unsupported or fatigued. And also, we really aren't thinking about romance, dating, or relationships much this week. And that's all right because our focus will shift again soon. Next week, Venus enters Scorpio on the 4th. Focus will shift then to romance, commitments, and passionate encounters. But this week, we may be too indulgent to get much accomplished or to really focus that much on other people or on major issues that need to be cleared or worked through. And rather than push your agenda, take time off and rest up. I'd say probably by the weekend, we'll see our focus returning if we were able to rest, and then we can get back to those projects. But your time might be better spent on mapping out some goals for 2024 than, cleaning out the garage or something like that. If you don't have all the answers right now, don't worry about it, but begin the outline for your goals, and that will help you stay on track as we begin 2024. And the year is going to be here just like that, just instantly. And it is going to be a fast-paced year of massive changes. Anything you can do to be prepared will definitely help you through this energy. And I'll talk more about that in another video. So if you haven't, be sure and subscribe. We need to be ready this week to compromise with coworkers and family members as everyone is feeling this energy. It's not just us. So this could come out as being argumentative, being restless, or, just generally not caring too much if we're meeting deadlines or if we're getting our work done. Be a little bit proactive and be a little bit kinder this week to others. With the Gemini moon on the 27th, it will offset some of this heavy energy, but remember, astrology is really about cycles. So every full moon and every astrological event is part of a much larger cycle. And in this context, we feel the energy of this moon connect to the last new moon, which was on November the 12th, and to the next December the 13th. Or we can see it in the bigger picture of the yearly cycle of Gemini full moons. The last one occurred on November the 8th of 2022. You might want to pull out your journal and look back to what was going on during that time, and that will probably give you a clue as to some of the issues that will come up this week, because all of the cycles are connected, and it's especially true that this will be impactful if you have a lot of Gemini energy in your chart. And this will probably be a tough week for empaths. You're going to likely feel conflicting emotions this week as people cycle through their emotions rapidly, so prepare yourself for that if you're out and about and around people. For the student outlook, this is kind of a hazy week. You'll probably struggle with focus and not really want to do much. So give yourself more time to study if you have exams and get to bed earlier. Don't push yourself, but also don't neglect your responsibilities. Okay, let's see how this is going to break down for each sign. Aries, you may be struggling this week or reeling even from some disturbing news. Find someone you trust to talk things through. You don't need to be strong now, rather authentic and honest. This is a good time for you to meditate and not to rush any important decisions. Give yourself the time you need to process this information. Taurus, you've been feeling stuck lately, and this is a good week to turn inward and get to the root cause. Listen to your intuition. It's not going to steer you wrong. If you're really stuck and you don't even know where to begin, then perhaps ask yourself if you're communicating your needs correctly, or if maybe your personal boundaries are too flexible. What can you do to really feel safe and respected and heard? Journal and meditate to get in touch with these answers and take advantage of this slower energy this week. Things are going to really pick up for you soon. Gemini, the full moon in your sign brings up all the emotions. How you see yourself could be getting in the way of your ability to show up for others right now. So it's time to dig deep and do some more personal healing. Focus on clear and effective communication with your family, close friends, and coworkers this weekend. People may be wondering what's going on with you because you don't seem to be yourself. And that's because you are doing this, heavy work. You're trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on and figure out where things kind of went off the rails and why you're not happy right now. So this is not something you can fix in the weekend, but it will definitely give you insight to major changes you need to make in 2024. So don't ignore this opportunity to get to the bottom of things. Cancer, this is going to be an emotional full moon for you. Give yourself a break this week. Book those appointments for next week if possible, and instead read, rest, and recharge as much as possible. You're still working through and processing things that happened this year. So give yourself a break, prioritize your self-care and your feelings this weekend. Don't overcommit and just rest, because it's going to be a really fast month, and before you know it, it's going to be February, Cancer. So lots of good things are happening for you. Leo, some good news here, finally. That big change you've been working towards could come forward this week, and you will see the results of all your hard work. Now, you've been working hard towards this outcome for months and well, actually years, so this is big news. But things may not turn out exactly the way you'd hope. Your rewards will require you to be flexible and make adjustments and roll with this. And if not, then yeah, you may stop what's happening and recalibrate the situation. And that's not a bad thing either. But you have been working really hard for this outcome. So perhaps it's better to just accept that it didn't come out exactly the way you wanted, but you still will be rewarded. And take the reward and move on. This has been something that you've been struggling with, like I say, for years. So know that it will work out in your favor, Leo. It's just, like I say, not the way you imagined it. And also, you need to move away from rigid, illogical thinking. Trust your intuition and have faith this week, and know that, as I said, everything will work out in your favor. Virgo, this week as you clean your home and prep for the end of the year, avoid multitasking or scattering your focus, because it won't end well. You'll think at the time you're getting lots more done, but in reality, you're not getting finished with anything, whether that's filing bills or whether that is cleaning the windows. So, just kind of slow down on that and just do one thing at a time. Address what needs your attention and put off any big decisions till you have more clarity, Virgo. Don't make any major life changes this week either. Libra, you may have to redo your schedule this week because you're stressed and overwhelmed with multiple responsibilities. Take a break and tap into your inner child and be the person you need to be for yourself. Show up for yourself. Set limits. And set limits to the amount of social time or social connections that you're going to have going on over the next month as well. Just be honest with how much you have to give and don't overgive, because you're setting yourself up to be overwhelmed. So take a break this week, slow down, and do things that recharge you. Scorpio, go easy on yourself this week. Gemini and Sagittarius represent the duality of ideas and beliefs, and this lesson will be a strong reminder that sometimes you have to be the bad guy and say no to protect your inner peace. Find balance this week by being adaptive and flexible, and set clear boundaries about what you'll accept and what you won't. Be proactive with your self-care and manage your health this week. Sagittarius, it's pretty much fun and games at your house. Book that vacation, take yourself to the spa, or go out to eat at your favorite restaurant. Do something that makes you feel good. This full moon is all about taking charge of your life. In this restless and excessive energy, be adaptive, be flexible, but make sure that you do something to have fun this week. Capricorn, you find clarity in this energy and you get things done. You're preparing now for big changes in January, so what small steps can you take now to ease these changes? In working with others, you may find it tough to make yourself understood because this energy may cause misunderstandings as people struggle to communicate. Don't take anything personal. Keep working on your big goals. The full moon will push you to find balance this week, and that's okay. Balance is a good thing. Aquarius, rather than push work projects forward, focus on fun. You're feeling more social and may connect with family members or old friends this week. Use your time to laugh and celebrate rather than plan a new adventure. This week will fly by for you. Make sure you address any health issues as needed. Pisces, you may not feel supported by your family this week. You may feel actually abandoned and like they've forgotten all about you. And this energy will also highlight that you aren't where you want to be right now, and you could use some extra support to reach your goals. goals. Rather than relying on friends or family, why not find a mentor or a coach to help you? Seek advice and set up some attainable goals. Resist the urge to compare your situation with others. We are all walking a unique path, and comparing ourselves isn't constructive. Work on setting clear goals on the weekend to move forward all month long. It's going to be an interesting week. The big takeaway is we need to rest. We need to be aware that everybody's kind of foggy, and we need to make sure that we get things done before Mercury retrograde, but probably don't make any big decisions this week. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing and joining the community. If the community is not your thing, I do have a Patreon page, and I would love it if you would go check that out as well. The link to that is listed below. Okay, I'll see you soon for the next video. Reiki blessings!